Welcome, everybody, to another episode of NFAPod. I'm Zaga. This is our new co-host, my wife.
Hey, what's up? This is Ellie.
And we got Nick.
Well, you guys might remember me as the Oklahoma. I've been on here a few times.
So, obviously, we did our introduction last episode. You guys know who they are. But this week, guys, we got our first guest of the new season with the new cast. He's been on Discovery Plus. I think it's on Hulu, too. I don't remember. Show called 60 Days In. He's also getting into boxing now. This guy he's built different. And if you guys watch the show, you're going to know about it. Welcome Carlos over here.
I was expecting like somebody click the audio, like applause and all that, but I guess
I can add that.
I heard it in my head.
Carlos, though, thank you for coming on the show, man. You are our first guest of the season, so this is huge. Probably, I think you're the only person that we've had on the show that's actually been on television. So it's groundbreaking here.
We're making moves, guys. We're moving up in the world.
So Carlos, give the people a little rundown about you. You know, where to find you, what you're about, what's going on with you.
Well, as everybody know, I'm built different. You already know. I'm about to cash out. We not the same. I go to war, tap out. But yeah, my name is Carlos. Actually, let's put it out there. You guys are gonna probably be the only podcast that I've actually said this out in the open. My real name is Ricardo Jimenez. I go by Carlos. It's tattooed all over my body. I've been going by Carlos since I was a little kid. You know, it's a name that my dad gave me. So when I'm around family, I'm Carlito, and then my dad is Carlos, and then when I'm around friends, I'm Carlos, and he's Big Carlos. So just a name we grew up with. I'm originally from Binghamton, New York. I currently live in the Tampa area, and I was on the show 60 Days In, and I'm just here I'm here for the vibes.
Well, hopefully we can give some good vibes. I mean, it's pretty dope that breaking news. His name's Ricardo. If you guys didn't know that. If you guys watched the show, they gave a bunch of people some fake names, but Carlos stayed with his. But I get you, though, because I don't put my real name out into the internet world. I'm known as Zaga on the internet because my job can't find out about my podcast. So
I got like a Star Wars name.
I mean, it's part of my last name, so it works.
It sounds like a Star Wars. Like you got Jaja Binks, like Zaga Binks. You know what I mean?
Zaga Binks. You know what? That might be that's gonna be my new handle right there.
There we go.
No, I've been trying to come up with a good handle. That's my new handle. It'll be Zaga Binks. Because Jar Jar is literally my favorite character in the Star Wars universe. He's the most useless, but he's my favorite.
Yes, he is. He's everybody's favorite. He's mine.
So the funny thing is I actually have Star Wars tattoos on me. That's the best part about this.
Have you been to Star Wars yet?
Oh, hell yeah. I actually took Ellie here, her first time to Disney World. First time we went to go see the Star Wars world.
And nice. I'm pretty sure I was the first person in history to stomp around Disney because I hated it. So
it's supposed to be the happiest place on earth.
I was not happy.
I hate Disney because like you wait forever and a day just to get on the ride.
And it was hot and everything was sticky. I saw Ariana Grande's brother, though. That was cool.
You guys that are watching this podcast, I'm currently making chicken wings as I'm talking to them.
Listen, we've had weirder things happen on my show, so but most of the time people eat. This is the first time somebody's cooked on the show, though. I've had plenty of people eat, smoke pot, drink. Somebody brought a cookie and pulled it out of their pocket one time. That was interesting.
I'm definitely eat. These are my favorite chicken wings, Carolina Gold.
Ooh, yes.
So you know what's going to happen now that he's cooking on the podcast, right? You know what happens next, right?
I'm going to be making some wings.
Okay, well, aside from that, Gordon Ramsay's going to see this and we're all going to get yelled at, but he's going to come on the show.
Oh, okay, well, air fried your wings and you threw them in a bowl. You didn't even shake them. You turned them with a spoon instead of tossing them. He'll cook me out.
Like, he'll be like, "This is trash.
Yeah,
undercooked, underseasoned."
Yes, Gordon Ramsay, we are talking about you, so that means come to the show.
Hashtag Gordon Ramsay. I can outcook you. Not really, but I'll try. So if you guys have never listened to my show before or listened to our show before, and first time here, we are a comedy podcast. We are not meant for children. No, if you got children, listening around, turn that shit away. Because there's gonna be some weird questions that we're probably gonna ask here, and some of this stuff is just gonna pop up. But we're not gonna get there just yet. We gotta break the ice a little bit. So, Carlos, I know you said you're originally from New York. You moved to Florida. What do you prefer now? Are you a Floridian or are you a New Yorker?
I'm always be a New Yorker, but I'm a Floridian.
Oh, you sold
New York
out.
at the heart.
You sold out though.
New York. Listen, I'm telling you right now, so much shit has changed in New York. It's not the same when I grew up. So it's like everybody's leaving New York and they're coming to Florida because it's just like New York ain't the same no more. It's trash, to be honest with you.
Yeah, everything's overpriced, and I mean, upstate New York is kind of nice. Like, so, like my family lives in like the Putnam, Dutchess area. Very nice, quiet. But the city, hell no.
Then why are you always trying to bring me to the city when you know I dislike it?
No. I'm talking about like the Bronx,
It's
Brooklyn,
trash.
Queens. Like,
What part of the Bronx you from?
I grew up on Bruckner Boulevard, Crosby Avenue area. Was supposed to go to Lehman High School, didn't. So I lived. So like Country Club was across the highway.
So
from
let
us.
me ask you this, Piers. People say what age did you move out the Bronx?
Ooh, I was 13.
13. Okay. So you was 13, and then where did you move to after that?
I moved to Florida from 13. I lived there for 6 years, and I moved back to New York.
You lived, and then where you at? So you went from New York to Florida, back to New York.
Yep, and then to Connecticut, where
Okay. At what age?
I was 20 when I moved back to New York.
How long you been out of New York?
6 years
Currently.
since I moved to Connecticut. Yeah.
Okay, you're still from New York because
See?
once you move to, I was trying to catch you, Pete. Once you move to a different state and you're a resident for 7 years, you are no longer a resident of that state.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So
but
you
if
got
you're a
1 year.
minor, and most of your childhood memorable years were in one place, I would say that you're from that place if you didn't make the choice to move away.
Like, all right, so me and my wife get into this all the time. Like, I'll say I grew up in the ghetto, and she'd be like, "Bro, you had your mom and dad with you. You guys had cars and all. You lived in a house. Like, you're not from the ghetto." But I say I'm from the ghetto because of the people I hung out with. But she's like, "No, the ghetto is like."
That's what I say. I say the same thing. My mom yells at me. We didn't grow up in the ghetto. I'm like, Fernando got shot and killed at 10 years old on a drive-by down the block. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and
the
then
ghetto.
my mom be like, "Ma, did we live in the ghetto?" She'd be like, and just she's trying to take my wife's side and trying to take my side at the same time. And she's like, "You know what? I'll just talk to you guys later."
Exactly. That's exactly. My mom was like, "We didn't live in the ghetto. Stop it." And then, but let's see. The funny thing is, my mom, she hates J-Lo. Breaking news: my mother hates J-Lo and grew up with her. So
I only love J-Lo for Selena. That's it.
oh yeah.
Oh, wait, and the new movie
There's a new movie with J-Lo.
on Netflix.
Oh, the Selena one?
Oh, no.
No,
There's
no,
another
no.
one.
It's the new one that she's the mom. Wait, what is the name of the movie on J-Lo? We just seen it. Where she used to be like an assassin or a cop or something.
Yeah, she was
And-
a retired detective, I thought.
Yeah. That movie, Selena in that movie is the best movie she's ever done.
Interesting.
Although
Go
the
watch
one
it.
she was in with Cardi B a couple years back, that one was pretty good too. They were all strippers.
She was a whore.
Excuse
Well,
you. She was a sex worker.
It kind of fits the description, doesn't it? Because J-Lo be jumping from pole to pole.
All right. So anyway, changing topics and staying on track.
Listen, J-Lo like the female Pete Davidson. Just
God.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
No, that's a terrible comparison because J-Lo is beautiful and Pete Davidson looks like he has AIDS. He could still get it, but he looks like he has AIDS. And J-Lo
Did
is just what
still
every
get-
woman aspires to look like.
at
Did you
50,
say
yeah.
Did you say he can still?
Yeah, of course he could still get it. He's Pete Davidson.
Look, I'm going to give Pete Davidson just props. He gives ugly guys with tattoos a general sense of hope to land any baddie on this planet. As long as you are funny and can handle your
Hold
trauma
on.
well.
No. Matt Rife
That's all it takes.
Matt Rife came along and ruined all that shit for funny fucking ugly guys, all right? Because Matt Rife is not fair that man that pretty and fucking is that funny.
He did bag the Kardashians. So
He did. He did get a Kardashian and married her.
He didn't marry.
No,
I thought-
he never married Kim.
Oh,
They
I
weren't
thought
even
they-
engaged.
Oh.
No.
No, they were just banging.
Ray J
Yeah,
in
you weren't keeping up with the Kardashians.
I don't pay
Tony.
attention to them. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was definitely keeping up with the Kardashians.
it. Yeah, he was.
Um.
So,
So yeah, no. So like, fun story here. My mother grew up with J-Lo. Like they went to the same school and everything together. And I guess J-Lo said something about my grandmother, and my mom beat her ass. Like apparently, like dragged her through the streets of the Bronx. So
She
now,
deserved it.
so it's funny because when I was younger, I was like what 10 or 11, I think, when Jenny from the Block came out.
Mhm.
And she was sitting there like, Jenny from the Block. Jenny gets beat on the block. And I'm like, but we ain't from the ghetto, huh? We ain't from the ghetto, huh, Mom? It's true. It's true. So we did 60 days in. And for those who haven't seen the show, definitely go watch it. My wife,
addicting.
yeah, it's so addicting. It's trash reality TV. It's really what it is, but it's so addicting to watch.
it's the trash TV that makes my criminal justice soul so happy.
So a little backstory on us, Carlos. I'm just your average dude from the hood that somehow got a camera on him, and I'm doing a podcast. My wife went to school for law for the longest time, and Nick actually had a podcast about politics. So they're going to get more in the structural aspect, where I'm going to ask you just stupid shit about jail, because I've never been. Luckily I've never been to prison. But
They're looking for participants for the new season. If you want to go, season 9.
nope, I'm content on that. My job will not give me that time off. And if hearing how much they that they don't pay you, as what I read on the internet, that's not enough to keep me for 60 days.
If
I
I
have
can
it
go
up
to
for
the
you.
men's block, I'll do it. I can be. If I
They
can go
would
to
love-
the men's block, I'll do it, because being in the women's block, women have they
Yo,
got issues.
those-
They can't.
So when did you first see the episode? Like, did you see it live, or were you able to see it before it aired?
My episode?
Well, no, like your like any of the episodes or any of the stuff with the other contestants, because I know when you watched the reunion
From
episode,
your season.
yeah, from your season.
The first time I seen it is when I got released from I went in April 18th. I went in. I got released June 1st. And the first time I seen it was August, when we went to the reunion show, because we go and we do the reunion show before the episodes are released.
Yes, I did hear them say like, oh, when the episodes get released, we'll see it. Or there was a participant that said that.
So we see clips of the season when we do the reunion show, and then we have to wait for the actual episodes to come out to see what's going on. So I seen the episodes on clips in August.
Gotcha.
When I got
Gotcha. So with that being said, I mean, so I know I think you have what, 3 kids, right?
Yes, I got an 18-year-old, I got an 18-year-old, I got a 16-year-old, and I got an 11-year-old.
God bless you.
Jeez.
What was I gonna say? So have your kids seen this season at all yet, or no? So now here's a deep question though. It's like, what did they think seeing an episode with their dad being in jail? Obviously they heard, I'm sure they've heard stories about you. You know, you probably told them stories about you being incarcerated. But now seeing it on television for millions of eyes to see, what was that kind of like? Had it been kind of a little bit surreal, I'm assuming.
I'm gonna be honest with you, my kids are so like nonchalant. They just seen it and they were like, "Oh, that's cool."
They didn't even care.
There, they go back to playing their games and computer and Robux and all this stuff. Like they
They're
don't
like,
care.
Mom, Dad's being lame again.
Yeah, they don't care. Like they're like, he'll watch, like my son, my youngest, like he's a pure comedian. Like he got rebuttals for days.
Mhm.
Like he'll watch it and then be like, "Yo, Dad, when you said built different, you really built different." You know, like and then he'll go back, "All right, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to go play my games." Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then he'll watch clips of it and then be like he don't like Chucky. He'll be like, "I'm sorry, Chucky." My son will be like, "He's an asshole. Don't tell Mom I said that."
But he's not wrong.
I mean,
If
if
the
the
shoe
shoe fits.
If
This
the
is-
sh-
This is why we're
If the-
married. This is why we're married.
So
So-
it's actually really funny that you say that your son looks at you and goes, "Are you built different?" Because that was actually one of my questions. Like when you say you're built different, I hear Tony say this all the time, and I always give him grief for it because I think it just sounds so alpha male, macho, dumb. So like when you say you're built different, what do you mean by that?
You're built different. You're built different too.
Yeah.
He's
Everybody's
different.
built.
You're different. He's different. Every person in this world is built different. Now, when you hear me say built different, right? I'm literally built different in a way. The way I'm wired is I can be the kindest, most teddy bear guy you ever met, or I can be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You know what I'm saying? I can be cool and I can be evil. I don't like my evil side because when I get mad and evil, I really get mad and evil. Like it's no holds bar. But when I say built different, everybody in this world is built different. The song that I made, Built Different, that's out on all platforms right now. You can literally play
Nice
that
plug.
song.
I like that.
Yeah, you can literally play that song while you're working out. Built different because you work out. Built different because you're a single mom. You know what I mean? Built different because you go to work every day at 4:00 in the morning, and every person in this world. That song is not only for just me. That song is for everybody. Everybody.
It's versatile. It fits everyone's, whether it be any hardship that they come across. It fits.
It's built different, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you might hear people be like, "Damn, I'm built different," and bust an egg on their leg, on their arm. But I'm literally built different in a way. Like, it's just the way I was wired since I was a young age. Like, where the way I came up. You know what I mean? Especially with the game. Yeah. I got a different mentality. You know what I'm saying? But that song that I made, Built Different, it's meant for everybody.
So it's so. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I was gonna say. So, ever since the season aired and you made that statement, have you tried to trademark the statement of "I'm built different" and like try to capitalize on it?
It's already trademarked.
Yeah, he has a song about it. It's trademarked.
Well, I meant like merch, like did you say like gym wear or like hats or shit like that? Like,
I got shirts and hoodies that say "Built Different" right here, and then on the back, because on the back of the shirts it says "How my nuts taste."
Yo, so it's so funny because obviously, I mean, talking to me right now, I've completely shaken my New York accent. I don't have the accent anymore. It only comes out if I talk to somebody from New York or if I'm really drunk. Ellie can attest to this.
Or the road rage. The road rage.
Oh, the road rage. Yeah. It's only when I'm in Massachusetts does the New York accent come out in the road rage. But it's funny because I feel like that built different thing, it really comes from like it's a New York mindset. I hear like a lot of people from New York say that shit because it's a different hustle in New York. You're constantly moving. You got to find a way to survive or else the fucking city will eat you alive. So I get what you say when you say it. And I mean, Nick has been working with me now on the podcast for just about a couple weeks since we made the transition. But I always say like I have a certain ambition and mindset that you're not going to shake from me. Like our podcast is not that big. We average maybe like 100, 200 viewers per episode.
Let's get it up there. Everybody, you guys need to share this. You need to share this episode. I'm eating chicken wings. We're just cool. Like, share it out to this podcast.
The title of this episode is going to be "We're Built Different."
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna draw a whole design for this. That just it's gonna be his boxing picture where he's like squared up, and it's just gonna say "Built Different NFAPod."
Not to continue to harp on the phrase right there, but you said you have 3 kids. And you said I'm assuming they all play Roblox and stuff like that. They play like online games. How many times can you count that if you walked in or heard your kids after they've won a match, "I'm built different"?
Giovanni, come here.
He calls him right in. I love it.
Come here.
That's such a dad thing to do.
Just say hi. Just say hi to everybody. Don't come in the camera because you don't got no shirt on, but just say hi. Let them know, what are we?
Built different.
Hey,
I like it.
No, but I love that message to be spreading. That's such a positive message to spread because it really just like harps down on the fact that like, yeah, we're all built different, but at the end of the day, we're all human. So we all have our own experiences that lead to us acting a certain way or the way we behave and things like that. And I think that's a really powerful message to be spreading, and especially one to be imparting on your kids as well.
My kids are built different. Like,
well, I would assume.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what do you say the hardest part was while you were doing the 60 days in? Like what like obviously being in jail is not easy. I mean, it's prison. You lose freedoms. From my perspective, obviously it looked like that quarantine shit was fucking hard. But what would you say was the hardest part for you?
Missing my birthday.
I get that. That's fair enough. Yeah.
You
I mean-
guys on the show, you guys almost see me tap because of that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that episode. So I watched it. I watched this shit live when it was coming out. Ironically, I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw the episode, or I saw like somebody posted a clip from the episode, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is entertaining." And I kept watching, part 1, part 2, part 3, and I was like, "I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm just watching the goddamn episode." And then next thing I know, I'm at work and I'm just watching episodes because I steal company time and I watch TV at work. This is why we can't say my legal name here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They might be watching.
Yeah, no. I don't let anybody know about my show. I let them know I have a podcast, but they don't know my show.
Not hard to find now.
Hey, so if you could make any part of your body robotic, what would you pick to replace with a robot piece?
With a robotic piece, what would I pick to replace with a robotic piece? That's a good one. That's a fucking strange question too. On top of that,
Yeah, these are things that nobody will ever fucking ask you.
Yeah, you're right, and I like it. Let's go outside of the element of the box. Think outside the box.
Yeah. Don't go with the typical guy one where you're just gonna say, "I'm gonna get a fucking vibrator right on my dick." Boom, pleasure everywhere. A robotic dick, yeah. Do everything. Never got to take a pill
Honestly,
Inspector Gadget.
Yep.
I fully support this decision.
Go gadget dick.
Listen,
I think the more men who could come to terms with that reality and just be like, if I just had a vibrating dick, life would be easier.
No, not even vibrating dick. So it's like, a robotic dick.
It's like a
So
Swiss
that
Army knife.
When I do take trips and my wife be like, damn, my wife calls me and says, damn, I wish you was home. Because you got my dick. I disconnected it for you and I left it in the drawer. It's all oiled up.
That's fucking hysterical. I love it.
You have
I love
an app,
that.
and you can make an app for your robotic dick, so that way she can set the settings of how she wants it.
Mm-hmm. That's honestly, you know what? I love that answer. I think that's a great one.
Fucking A.
So what was I gonna say? So obviously you're getting into celebrity boxing and stuff like that. How's that been? So I've trained for boxing. I trained for 2 months, a long time ago, and I remember how grueling that training is. How's it been for? And I'm gonna say, because obviously I follow you on social media and all that stuff. You got fucking shredded, bro. You look great. You fucking.
I'm trying. I'm trying, but I'm eating white rice and chicken wings right now. So
that's fine. That's protein, baby.
Protein and a complex carb. You're good.
When I first started with celebrity boxing and signed the contract and everything, I was at 205 pounds. I went down to 187 in a matter of like 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
And then I was sparring with a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and defensive line. I'm 5'9", 187 pounds.
I think I saw that. You posted it on Instagram, right?
Yeah. He's 6'4", 275 pounds. And I got the best of him, and he got mad at me, and he held me down and started tearing up my ribcage, and he put me out of commission. So I was off for like 3 weeks, and then I went back up to like 200 pounds. So now I'm at like 193, 194, trying to get down. So my first fight is actually June 17th, which is next week. We're flying out to Atlantic City, New Jersey, me, my wife, and my son. And we're going to be do the first fight with celebrity boxing with Damon Philman and everybody. So that's going to be June 17th. And my cornerman, I was going to bring my coach, but one thing I didn't like about celebrity boxing that I don't like, and I'm going to put it out there, is that when I first signed the contract, they told me it was pay-per-view. They told me it was 3 1.5 minute rounds. I'm like, all right, cool. That I can do it. Then they changed it. It's no pay-per-view. And now it's 3 1 minute rounds.
So they that's like more of amateur hour. Like,
yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
So now it's like to the point I'm like, yo, like all this training I did with them, for them is like going out the window for 3 1 minute rounds. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like iffy. So I told my coach, I was like, listen, I don't even want you to go. Like, it's a disgrace to you for all the training that you did with me. Like, don't go. So now my coach is not going, but my corner man is going to be Darius.
That's fucking dope.
Oh
bro.
shit!
Darius is going to be my corner man. And
I love that.
yeah, so he bought his ticket, and he's like, we was just at Comic-Con yesterday together, and we was talking about it. He was like, bro, I'm gonna be your corner man. I'm gonna talk so much shit to your opponent. And then, like, if he's anything, I'm just gonna say I'm fucking built different. I'm gonna go in the ring and I'm gonna suplex him or something. I'm like, I do it. You know what I mean? Let's go. So he's gonna be my corner man. But now I just signed a contract with ICB Championship. I signed a contract with ICB Championship, the PBA, and we're fighting July 29th. July 29th with the ICB Championship is with EFC 4 out here in Tampa. EFC 4 is now in sponsorship and partnership with ICB. ICB is Influencer Championship Boxing. They are the platform where Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, Dean the Great, Salt Poppy, all these influencers that are boxing now started originally on ICB. So now they're flying down from London. The KSI card that just happened a couple weeks ago, they were there. And one of our influencers that's fighting on our card was there fighting on the KSI card. So they're coming down from London, and it's pay-per-view. We got the whole Tampa. We're in Tampa at the Advent Health Sports Arena, over 4,500 seats, Skyrise pay-per-view, all influencers, all celebrities fighting.
That's fucking dope.
So
dude.
That's awesome.
We got Luis Papacito, which him and his wife got like over 7 million on YouTube together. We got, you guys ever watch the movie Encanto?
Yeah.
All right. So you know Luis.
I didn't see it.
Luisa the Strong.
The older sister.
Yeah, there's a TikToker by Maribel Martinez, and she dresses like her, and she's gonna be there. She's fighting on the card.
I think I've seen her, honestly.
We got
She's amazing.
Yeah, we got Trap Yayo, which he got like 500,000 followers. He does music videos and all types. And then you got me. You got Trap Daddy, which is a MMA fighter that's coming into the boxing ring. Like, it's a lot of good card. It's a good card.
And if you're friends with any of them and you want to get them on our show, be a cool guy and just be like, yo, this podcast is pretty fun. They're cool guys. You know, we'd love you.
Yeah. Got you. Hey, you got a logo?
Shh, right here.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you want the logo on the shorts, yeah, I can put the logo on the shorts for a price. On pay-per-view.
We're going to have to talk to you about that, because now
our people can talk to your people. In case you didn't know, we are our people.
We are the people.
All right, so here we go. Let's make it better. We have, damn girl, you look good as fuck. Sorry.
They say romance is dead.
So
you're making me look bad over here, buddy. Fuck.
You ready for the two options?
Go ahead.
Two options. We have sponsorship packages ranging from $500 to $10,000. Out of your price range, you can go for the $500. You can actually come to the event, pay the $500, get your logo on the website and everything, and then you pay the $500 to the promoter, and they'll set up a booth for you, and you guys can actually do what you're doing right now live with all the influencers that's going to be there.
And this so happens to be the day after my birthday, honey. That's all I'm saying. It's the day after my birthday.
You guys can come out. I can talk to
This is in Tampa, right?
This is in Tampa at the Advent Health Sports Arena. Like, there's a package for $500 where they give you a booth and you can do what you're doing with your logo and everything, and you can do this live. Like, hey, let me grab you. Come do a 5-10 minute interview real quick.
I'm just gonna ask people random questions, like, Carl. So, like, you got to realize, like, I don't know if you looked at any of our stuff for the show beforehand, but I asked a grown man, does he shave or wax his butthole?
You can do whatever you want. Listen, you failed to let me clarify. It's all social media influencers. You know, the ones that do chupapi muñeño and all that. They're all gonna be there.
Yo, I fucking love it. God. So I've done my little research on you. So you're pushing 40, right? I think you're like 38.
I'm 36, bro.
Wow, this post, whoever wrote this article about you, I'm gonna send them a strongly worded email, because this information is wrong.
I'm
Did you only
36.
read
36.
one article on him when you were
I could
doing
only
research?
find one thing that had his real name, so I was like, they got his real name, so it's somewhere close.
The article that you seen was starchasm.com.
Oh, possibly that. I don't know.
Yeah, sarcasm.
Well, you're 36. I mean, I'm 33, so we're not that far off in age. Nick, you're in your 30s too, right?
Yeah, I'm 32.
Yeah, so we're old guys now.
Come here.
I'm a child.
Hi.
Oh, hi, wifey.
Is the game room available?
Get it.
Okay. I need to take the charger with me. I'm gonna move locations.
All right, no problem.
Switch location.
So obviously we're in our 30s, and
That 35, 40 interview just turned to an hour, just so you know.
Oh, just turned to an hour. Sweet, let's go. I mean,
Yeah,
we're already 30 minutes in, so.
Are we really?
I told you it goes quick, brother.
Holy shit! All right,
So going into boxing, you're in your mid 30s. That's got to be tough on the body. Like, how does it feel like trying to train for that kind of shit? Because like I said, I'm 33 and I just got a personal trainer. It's funny you said you went from like 205 to like 18 or 20 something to 180s. I actually just weighed myself today. I'm 20 pounds down. It's been 5 weeks, so I feel it. I know the struggle, but how does it feel, man? Like obviously, like this is a whole different like avenue to go through into boxing. How does it feel like being mid 30s, get into boxing and still holding a full-time job too, right?
yes, sir.
Well, he's built different.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you. I can tell you that I definitely feel it, but me being the person I am, and the warrior that I am, I'm always gonna push through, no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. Is what my fountain of youth is still young. Just know that. Like I'm 36 and I don't even look 36. There's 36 years old out there that look pop.
Well, it's because we're minorities, man. We don't age. Like I hate to say it, but Nick's gonna be. We're gonna notice when Nick turns 40. It's gonna be obvious.
Fuck off. You're not wrong, but I mean,
It's sad, Nick, that they're coming at you like this because in reality, right now, how old are you?
32.
Like, I mean, what's his name? Napoleon Dynamite was only like 24, and you look bad.
Napoleon Dynamite also was just born.
He was ugly,
being beaten with.
I was just kidding. That you kind of look like Napoleon Dynamite.
Sense that he's tall, white, and skinny. That'd be like calling him Pete Davidson.
Is that racist? I'm sorry.
It's a little bit racist.
It's
I'm not
fine.
gonna lie.
As the other brown man in the room, I will allow it.
That was the worst insult like I've had in a while. So this is like the whole new season of the NFA is my first and last. So I'm gonna go to my crying corner.
Is that lighting way better for you guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to match your lighting because I see purples and all that. So let's go.
Somehow, so ironically, we color coordinated without color coordinating.
Yeah,
that just happened that way. So if you could
get down here, you guys need to come down to Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be down.
I mean, we're actually gonna be in that area come Christmas time. Spending Christmas.
That's Christmas. You guys got to come down for the boxing match.
I think we definitely should try and.
We'll talk after this.
Absolutely. Carlos, if you could merge two animals and create a super animal, what two creatures are you putting together?
A lion. Hold on. A lion. Any creature.
And any animals. Two animals you smash together.
Can it be mythical?
No, real life creatures. Real life creatures.
Ah, come on.
I vote it can be mythical.
How do we know?
All right, so I'm gonna give you mythical, and I'm gonna give you real life. It will have to be a bear with a lion.
A bear lion.
A bear with a lion.
Bear lion.
Because,
okay.
and a bear can actually stand on his feet and attack, but a lion is very strong-minded and they strike with it. I love lions. And if it had to be mythical, it would have to be a lion again, mixed with a dragon from Game of Thrones.
I support this.
Fair enough.
Although that would technically just be a griffin.
No, because griffins are not dragons.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Griffins have
The
feathers.
dragons from Game of Thrones are just badass.
Yes, they are. They're fucking amazing. The CGI in that show was just phenomenal. See, I originally, like, my real life animal that I picked, I was picking gorilla because they're smart. They got opposable thumbs, and a shark.
That's
Terrifying.
scary. That is terrifying.
No.
That's kind of scary.
That's a terrifying creature. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen that? Have you seen a gorilla up close? They are terrifying.
You know what would one up a gorilla and a shark would be a gorilla and a sea lion, because sea lions. Oh no! A gorilla and a killer whale, because
orca,
they
yep.
are the most dangerous ones in the waters.
Nope.
They beat up sharks for fun.
Actually, wait, is it? Actually, there is one more animal that can actually take out a shark.
Yeah, it's the orca.
It's, believe it or not, it's a small thing like this small.
Jellyfish?
Oh. You know what?
No,
I
it's
believe?
jellyfish?
the pistol shrimp.
Oh yes, I seen that thing.
Oh,
the thing that
yeah.
that punches at like 70 miles an hour.
Yes,
It creates air underwater.
Yeah, and it hurts. It hurts other animals. Like, it literally kills other animals the way they pop.
There's literally a TikTok account of a guy that just throws other creatures in his tank with that
Yep.
shrimp, and it just kills every single one.
That colossal.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a colossal shrimp that he has that just, and it's like it's a death match, but you already know who's going to win. But he puts different like marine animals into the tank to see how long they'll last against that giant ass like shrimp, and that thing demolishes everything that steps foot inside of there.
Yeah. It's like a gunshot. So
It's terrifying. Oh my god! Imagine that thing hitting your nuts when you're just trying to go for a swim. Oh.
That's a free vasectomy.
hey, there ain't nothing wrong with vasectomies. I like.
No, there's not. There's not.
There's not, but that
I
was
got
free.
That one.
I thought you said you got two. I was about to say what?
I got one. I got a vasectomy.
He said, "I got 3 kids, no more. I'm
No.
done."
It's the best thing ever. My wife, it's so much coming out. She can squeeze it, and it just squeezes, comes out the titty.
This is why our show's not for the kids.
Well, see,
Yeah.
what's funny is that he's a truck driver, but he couldn't back out of a fucking driveway. You're a truck driver, but you couldn't pull out of a driveway.
He got you there. He got you there, Carlos.
Now it's nice and warm and moist.
If the parking spot is a nice spot, you don't leave it.
No, you leave it in full throttle.
So you talked about KSI and Jake Paul, though. Can you
Yes.
can you take him in a fight?
Who?
Either one of them. They're both pretty accomplished, celebrity boxers.
No. I would train my ass off for Jake Paul, but KSI would be, if I was to fight KSI right now, I would, if they would be like, would you fight KSI right now? I would say yes, but just give me like a month worth of full straight 30 days training, and I'll be able to take KSI. Jake Paul, I would train for like a year.
Yeah, that man. So I hate Jake Paul. I do. Sorry, I don't want you on my show. But in the same testament, though, is that I respect.
That means you want on the show, Jake.
I respect how much he works towards this shit. Granted, he fights retired. He fights old men, and I get it. They're still professional athletes, but still, he actually lost to a real boxer finally. So I respect it for the fact that he actually fought a real boxer. Now, if you could pick any celebrity, though, who would you pick as your dream celebrity box match? You're headlining on a pay-per-view. You could pick anybody, any celebrity. Kanye West is allowed to say. You're allowed to say that one.
Fuck, I don't want to fight him.
Exactly. More the reason to punch him in the throat.
If I can pick any celebrity right now to throw hands with, any celebrity based off being a fan and the shit they do, I would say Mr. John Wick himself.
Ooh, Keanu.
That's ball. Okay.
Have you seen it? Like, he's like legitimately dangerous of a human being. Like,
and he's also like untouchable. He's like the savior of America.
He's modern day Jesus.
But did you watch the new John Wick?
I did not watch the new John Wick.
Not yet. It's on my list, but I didn't watch it on opening day like I wanted to.
So I just finished.
I was on the plane for 2 days, so I just watched the whole movie, and I can tell you, your statement, Mr. Untouchable, you're gonna be sad at the end.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
that's all.
want to be sad. I love him.
We were
He's
sad
the-
when the dog died. Like, that's enough.
Yeah, it's sad. The ending, it's great. The ending is great, but it's always like, what? No way. Yeah.
So before the show started, my wife was talking about a question she had for you specifically.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
for you.
yes.
I'm gonna give her the floor on this
So,
one.
so in the first episode that you appeared on, in 60 Days In, you talked about how the guards didn't necessarily check you over good enough, and you could have, and I quote, smuggled a cell phone up your ass. So I just need to know, in your experiences, if and what have you put in your butthole to bring into prison?
Okay. When I said cell phones in my ass, what I really said was the miniature cell phones.
They just cut out the miniature part.
They edited it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they edited because
Allegedly.
So, like, what? A flip phone as opposed to an iPhone
right.
Pro?
my
Like,
cousin, one time I seen my cousin, and the reason why I made that statement was because my cousin from New York, in the Bronx, actually, he came up to upstate New York one time, and he literally had a cell phone, like really small, and it was a little flip phone, a little one, like really little.
I've seen those. There,
Like,
I thought I thought it was a novelty, but it actually works.
I seen that
Yeah.
on Zoolander. It was
It's
in
like
Zoolander.
There we go.
Literally a little cell phone. So I said you can literally put a miniature cell phone, and they edited it so it's cell phone in your ass. You know what I'm
So
saying?
pretty much they edited it to make it sound like you shoved a whole like old school Nokia
Yeah,
brick up your
I
ass.
had a whole like
You had a Nextel. You had a Nextel
Yeah,
in
I
there.
had a whole Atari in there. You know what I'm saying? So
You were getting beeped from your fucking
the only
colon.
thing, and I'm gonna tell you this, is the only thing to answer your question, and I'm very like blunt, was I was going to the shoe 200s when I was in New York State prison. I just got into a fight. So they sent me to the isolation. They sent me to isolation, and I had to go to court, obviously in the box. And then they sentenced me. I was in Oneida Correctional Facility. They sentenced me to 2.5 months in isolation, the shoe. So I had to go to a different jail for that. And before I went in, while I was getting transferred, somebody actually brought in some weed. So they had a balloon, and I'm gonna give you guys some tea too. They had a balloon, and I literally took the balloon of weed with some matches and all that, and I popped it up there so I can take and smoke while I was in the box.
you know what, though? Honestly, I respect that, because being in the box 2 months, that's a long time to put in a shoe.
Yeah.
So what else are you going to do?
So, but little FYI, and you guys are gonna hear this, and I said it on the reunion show, but they edited it out.
Yeah.
Or I went on the show, I literally went and got an ounce of weed. And I lined up. So the producers, one of the producers, I was like, I need you to go get me a grinder, because we couldn't leave the hotel for quarantine. So I was like, I need you to go to the vape shop, and I need you to ask for a grinder. Bring me back a grinder. So before I went, and while I was on the plane, I shipped myself to the hotel I was staying. I shipped myself an ounce of weed. So when I got to the hotel, it was already there. So I ground it up, and I had the producer buy me a grinder, and I had to go to the dollar store and buy me balloons, pink balloons. And I packed 3 balloons full. I'm talking about like, they're called loonies. We call them loonies. I had 3 balloons packed, tied, wrapped up, triple wrapped with balloons. And I had 3 balloons ready to go inside the Henry County jail. And I told the producer, I was like, I'm going to take this jail over. And they were like, don't do it, pieces.
Oh, no. So you really were prepared. You were going to shove them shits right up your butt, and you were going to walk in and see what happened.
I was going to swallow it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was going to take the balloons and swallow it, and then shit them out later, and then clean them up, and then sell it. So here's the thing. What you guys see me do on the show, and she's frozen.
Me?
Oh, she's frozen for you. She's still moving for us.
Yeah, she's frozen. Yeah, there you go. So the thing that everybody on the show, everybody's like, oh, why did he do this? Why did he do that? Or why is Carlos doing this? Why is Carlos doing that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to tell you right now, for the people that says the whys and the what ifs and this and that, you've never been to jail. You've never been to prison, because I guarantee you, What you see me do is things that actually happen. I'm showing everybody things that actually happen in jails and prisons. If you see me, people say I was treating Nick like a pawn. You can think what I want. You can think what you want. At the end of the day, if I was in real prison with Nick or any one of you, I'm gonna befriend you, and I'm gonna make sure that I feed you, and you're gonna do whatever I say. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it kind of seemed like through the progression of you being on the show, all you ever wanted to say, all you ever wanted to do, even from the get-go, was show like, hey, this is how easy it is to access these drugs while you're in here. This is how easy it is to do X, Y, and Z. And you were kind of showing, like, with the befriending people, the feeding people, like, you were kind of showing like those steps to like how even prison gangs are formed, because it all starts with one guy like you that's starting to befriend all these people, but it can turn into something that's awful. And I think it was really cool that you showed that and how easy that is to like accomplish within the prison system. But I also think, in the defense of the sheriff, when he asked you to when he said, hey, we're going to pull you, I do think what he was doing, I get it, because he also needs to make sure that like nothing else is happening inside of his prison that
sheriff is a joke. He only did it for the stardom, and I'm going to continue to say he only wanted to be on the show.
Shaq was on it, so like you had to pull Shaq out. Like, come on, bro.
He only wanted to do the show for his credibility, whatever that word is. But at the end of the day, the sheriff was taking all the information that the participants were doing and just pushing it to the side. He had an answer for everything. So if you had an answer for everything, why the hell did you have us in your jail?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I did disagree with that. The way he handled like your criticisms and your notes, and you specifically, because everybody else was coming up and they were talking about their experiences, and he seemed to have a different attitude with them. But I think because you're like that no bullshit, like, nah, bro, like this is what happens in prison, and this is what was.
He thought I was gonna tuck my tail and be like, yes, sir, yes, this. No, because I told the producers, and here, let me give you guys. Before I went on the show, I told the producers that once I touch that jail, I'm going, like, it was like an 8-month process before we did this, right? And throughout that 8 months, I'm literally stressing myself out because I'm like, I'm digging into this memory, like this recording that I have of what I used to do when I was in prison. And I told the producers, like, I'm pulling everything off the shelf and I'm like dusting it off. You know what I mean? Because when I come onto your show, I'm gonna do things like I used to do it in New York State prison. Like, I'm really gonna put myself in that inmate mentality. The sheriff did not like me because of the fact that I was exposing his cracks more than what he thought I was.
Oh, please! I mean, like when you had Nick stop the dude from having the broken broomstick, like that, like. If that was never talked about, the dude just has a sharp object that he can attack anybody with at any point in time.
I'm going to show you.
You legitimately save lives at that point.
I'm going to tell you guys to do this. Watch. At some point, go back to my exit interview, right? Go back to my exit interview when I'm sitting down with the sheriff after they pull me out. They show you guys one shank. They show you one shank that I pull out. It was like this big. Mm-hmm. Watch that episode again, and then while I'm sitting at the table, look at the bag that's in front of me. I gave the sheriff not only that one shank, I gave him 4 shanks. I made 4 shanks in there. I gave him the one that they show on the show. I gave him 2 bolts that I pulled from the toilet.
Yep, I saw that. Yep, I remember that.
Out that Darius had. I pulled bolts out, and I had 2 bolts. And then I had a toothbrush and I had a razor. They're not showing you guys all the shanks that I gave them.
Interesting.
They probably were trying to, save face and be like, nah, this is a safe prison. But that's all they were trying to do the entire show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you don't want the state to get come down on you for all those issues. So,
well, here's the thing: they're not state owned.
Oh, they're
privately owned.
I forgot that was a privately.
They're privately owned, and that's why he did the show. Because he wants to be sponsored by the state.
Yeah.
So that's why he did the show, because he was trying to get that recognition.
And that's why he pulled out Shaq. That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
So hold on, if you're a privately owned prison or I guess like a government owned prison, are they supposedly like ran differently?
Yeah, so privately owned prisons, typically speaking, they're a lot more trashy. So like when you saw on the show, you saw that there was just the living quarters were just absolutely disgusting. The showers weren't taken care of. The bathrooms were gross. Like they don't have proper sanitary stuff for the females. That's pretty typical of a private prison. For more federally funded prisons, they're not quite as bad. For the most part, I know, especially up in the New England areas, they're not as bad. But in other parts of the country, even the federally run prisons can be just as bad when it comes to that. It's all about funding and how much they want to actually put into the prison versus what they show everybody else that they're
But
putting
he's a
into the
piece of
prisons.
shit. You want me to tell you why he's a piece of shit? And I'm gonna tell you guys here goes more
Please
tea.
tell us. Please tell us. We want to know all the tea.
He got elected, right? He got elected, and the previous sheriff is in jail. Like he was like selling drugs and doing all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
What
He's
normally
like,
happens.
Google the sheriff that is in jail in Atlanta. Or facing trial, whatever. But this sheriff is such a piece of shit that he went, instead of taking $50,000 and investing it into the jail to help the inmates get better towels, get better food or something, he took the $50,000 that he got funded to him, and he went to his office and had a whole crew come in there and build a fucking brand new shower with Bluetooth speakers in it with waterfall shower in there. For $50,000. He built himself a $50,000 shower just so he can have in the jail. With Bluetooth in the shower, built in the walls, with waterfall shower heads.
See, this kind of information that like you get from someone that did the show and stuff like that, that is able to give you like more in depth of what they tell you like at the reunion and shit like that, and what you can look up online. I kind of want that to happen here because I'm in Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City there's always inmates dying while they're being in the whole tank to be processed. The food is moldy. There's infestation of bed bugs inside of the prison. It was overran actually. Let's see, it's 2023. About 2 years ago, give or take, the inmates overtook the prison, and I forget how they got it back under control. But the only reason they started a riot inside the prison and overran it was because they were trying to bring attention to the living conditions that were inside the prison and stuff like that. And ever since that, the media has made a statement, like the city has made a statement like, oh, we're gonna address this. We didn't know it was that bad. Pretty much to kind of wave the flames down to kind of keep everybody calm.
Save face.
Yeah, to save face. Yeah, to save face. And to this day, I think, like I said, it's 2023, and we're in June. There's been 3 inmate deaths while they're in processing.
Fucking crazy.
That's just absolutely disgusting. And then they wonder why everybody in America's out here like, oh, well, all cops are bad. Like, fuck the prison system. Like, obviously there needs to be a change, and nobody's really wanting to look at it objectively and see like things need to change.
Think we want things to change, and as far as inmates, they want things to change, but it's like, who's running the jail, and who are you under, and who's filling your pockets? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's and here goes another little piece of tea. You guys see me get kicked off the show because I took a pill, right? Before I went on the show, I told producers, and I got the emails. I told producers, my son graduates June 3rd. I'm going to tap before I had plans on tapping out. I said, I'm going to tap before his graduation because I'm not going to miss my son walking down that graduation aisle.
Absolutely not.
So
not for a show.
I told them that, and they went and flipped it, and they were like, all right, we're going to make it. We're going to tell the sheriff to kick him out because of the pill. They didn't want me to do something positive and show like a father cares about his kid. Like he's not graduation. So they turned my positive, they turned it into a negative.
So they
made you the bad guy.
They did.
So they needed a villain for the show, and they just tried to paint you as the villain.
Yes.
Well,
Fair
I would
enough.
say between him and Chuckles or whatever his name is.
Chuckles. I love it.
Chucky wasn't even a villain. He was just a nobody.
He was just annoying.
He was kind of just painted as like an annoying nobody, and then you were definitely painted as the villain, especially in the reunion episodes.
Well, I think Chucky even found out that he's not shit, and so he saw that the spotlight was coming away from him. He was like, "Well, I'm just gonna be a annoying asshole and get all the attention back on me." And that's exactly what happened. I mean, I watched the reunion, and I'm like,
so
you just saw like the shit.
No disrespect to Rose and I forgot her other name, and I forget all the other contestants.
All the other contestants were wonderful, especially Darius. Love him.
Like, no disrespect, but you and Darius stole the whole show. Like, you guys were the stars of the show. Like, I mean, I watched it. I watched it twice now because I had to watch it with my wife here. But you guys completely were the spotlight. Like, you just waited to get past, and I hate to say it because Rose seemed like such a sweet lady, but like, you wanted to get past Rose. 'Cause I don't really care. Like, you know, this chick's finger fucking herself in prison. I don't care. I want to see if, you know, Nick's gonna fight this dude in the dorm and they're gonna block it off. Like, I want to see what Carlos, what is he scheming? Because I guess I'm a New Yorker. I know the mindset of people, and I know how you're gonna maneuver, and you're gonna scheme to get to show what you want to show. And I know the show was edited a certain way. There's a reason why I reached out to you and none of the other the contestants, because I'm sure Darius probably would have been on the show.
Oh yeah, he would have.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a reason why I reached out to you and you alone, because I had an idea of what you were really doing, what they were kind of doing, and, you know, producing and stuff like that. And just for the people know at home, I don't edit any of the video out. So anything that like him walking around or anything like that doesn't get edited out at all. I only edit for TikTok. I make clips for TikTok. That's all I do. I edit the sound and I edit to make sure the picture looks pretty, but I do not chop all that shit up because, one, my computer is not that great. So it doesn't work that well. And two, it's fucking time consuming. So I just post a whole video.
You guys want to know? Here goes a secret. Here goes a little bit more tea. You guys on the show, you guys Chucky, he goes around. He's using the narrative. I had a fan. I was a fan. That was a fan of mine. He blew my cover, right? News fucking flash. And he knows this. And I'm hoping one day they show the audio where me and him are sitting outside in the rec room, in the rec area outside. I hope one day that they just release the audio. Chucky knew me before the show.
Oh shit.
Chucky knew me before the show. And the reason why he knew me was because when he was about to box Burner 420, I was a truck driver, OTR. Chucky had 70,000 followers. I had respect for Chucky because he was at 70,000. He was actually talking about things that actually happened in prison, things that actually happened. So I had respect for him. So when I was a truck driver, I was out of Northlake, Illinois. My company, LTE Trucking, out of Northlake, Illinois. I'm dropping names of the company so you guys can do your research and see that I'm not capping. LTE Trucking. If you go to my Facebook, go to my Instagram, and you scroll down pictures, you'll see the truck LTE. I was in the Chicago area, and I hit him up, and I said, "Yo, bro, like, you know, I like this fight. I like doing some, you know, I like fighting. Let's spar." Me and him was supposed to spar. So when he came into the show, I already knew that he was a participant. That's why I said, "Yo, you're Lucky Chucky." I didn't know him by his real name. I just knew him by Lucky Chucky. You know what I'm saying? So if I blew up that man's spot, then why did he stay even after I did it? Because if you watch season 4 with Angela, or you watch season 5 with David, they blew up Abner's spot, and Angela blew up a lot of people's spot. They pulled him out of there right away. Why didn't they pull him out right away? Because I didn't blow up his spot.
Exactly, because it's TikTok, and if you have a decent following, like, yeah, you're in prison, but it's like TikTok's around. Like, it's not like you're not gonna fucking see it beforehand.
I mean, there's people in prison that make TikToks.
I don't know.
He
how
could
that
have handled
works,
it totally differently with the tiny cell phones up your buttholes.
Just paint the narrative that I was a fan. Like, no, bro, I'm not a fan. I was just a person that respected you. And now that respect factor is out the window because you showed your true colors. Like the whole time Union show, when you hear the host say, Chucky, just shut up. That's let me explain.
The best part of the whole show.
That made me laugh.
Yo, my wife. No, I'm sorry to cut you off.
here goes the thing. What you guys don't know and what you guys don't see is from the moment we filmed for 13 and a half hours, and you guys are only seeing 2 hours of it. We filmed from 13 and a half hours from morning till nighttime. From 8 in the morning till 8 at night. What you guys don't know is that the moment he touched the stage to the moment we left the stage, producers, the film crew, the host, the participants were all telling him to shut up the whole time. He was promoting businesses the whole time. And then there's one TikTok that I have, and you'll see it on his, where we're all in the hallway. We're on break, like a 5-minute break, because they were getting Shaq ready to come out, and we're in the hallway, and he's walking with the camera. Like I got he's walking away from me. He's like, but he's looking back. But you didn't do that to my face. You did it as you was walking away. You're a bitch.
Yeah, no. If I'm gonna talk my shit, I'm not talking in person. I really don't. If I say it behind your back, I'm gonna say it in your face. Like,
and let's clear it up. See, you got me started with this.
I didn't want to bring it up. I have great questions lined up here. I didn't want to bring this up.
So that way people can see it. When he goes around saying, I called that man a bitch to his face. No, you didn't. Number one, we was across the stage. You was across the stage from me. To my face is like right here. I want you to say, you know what I'm saying? You said it from across the stage. That's number one. Number two, when he originally attacked me, the first time he attacked me, I got up off my chair and I went to walk towards him to fight. When I went to walk towards him, what you guys don't see is behind us, there's 13 security guards.
I kind of figured there was security there.
There was a feeling everywhere. And these security guards ain't small guys. They're big.
I'm sure. And
then if you're pushing there, I called you a bitch to your face. What do you want me to do? Fight you on stage, bro? There's 3 officers right there with handcuffs.
There's literally a sheriff in front of you.
Prison.
Like they can literally put the handcuffs on us, and that's why if you watch the episode where there's certain parts where you see the sheriff, and I'm like, yo, this dude is a clown. I'm like, yo, you a clown. The sheriff you'll see the sheriff go, Carlos.
I saw that. I did see that. I saw that in the clip.
Chill, because he knows that he's looking bad, and the sheriff knows, like, yo, like, chill, because I like you and on the reunion show, but to do anything. Man, listen, everybody knows what's up. You call me a bitch from across the room. There were sheriffs there. There was security there. Like,
you did it with safety, and I know plenty of people that do that shit all the time, and I don't respect them.
Built like that. I said, you're not built like that. In Rikers Island, you would have got beat up, whatever. I'm Wednesday. And then he was like, oh, but you made it. Guy, you made it, right, tough guy. And then I blew him a kiss. When I blew him a kiss, that's a sign. That's a sign. I go, that's you sweet. You're a bitch. I'm calling you a bitch. To you.
So it's so funny because I know exactly what you did. Like, because again, I grew up I grew up in New York too, so I get it. I know what you did. I've done it to people. My boys did it. Like, you see, like somebody talking shit. Come on, do something. Like you're trying to egg them on just a little bit more.
It's like it's go time for me. Like I want to go. And then you'll see another part where after we argue with that, and he's like, the sheriff, the host is like, so let him answer it. And well, you see this man, he blew me a kiss. Like save that, like all that, like save that shit for somewhere else. Like he's like, save that for somewhere else. And then, but he's saying it's scared. But okay, now I know what you mean by saving somewhere else, because you're a person that goes to the internet. You like making videos.
Twitter fingers.
So you didn't talk that shit there, but you like save that shit for somewhere else. And now you're making videos. Bro, he makes videos about me every other day.
Well, I mean, you gotta try to swagger jack some way, one way or another, right? Like, I mean, unfortunately, we're in a clout chasing society. I mean, I reached out to you because I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to steal some clout from you. Like, it's obvious. I would love to have.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm a person that they'd be like, "Oh, you're clout chasing." What is clout chasing? Because at the end of the day, it's not called clout chasing. It's called networking.
Well, no, I mean more so clout chasing in the sense of like you name drop people. So like let's look at sportscasters, for example, right? You watch ESPN. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play football. You're only saying that shit because people are going to tune in because they're going to be pissed off about it. Or you're going to be like, LeBron James choked in the NBA finals again. You say that shit because you want people to click on your shit and comment and be angry that you talk shit about their favorite player or agree with you.
You can edit, right?
Yeah.
You can edit. So what I'm about to say, you can take that part and edit it out.
I can, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Carlos from 60 Days In. Stay tuned and watch this live. No, hold on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Carlos from 60 Days In. And stay tuned because we got some things coming to you on the NFA podcast where we're not holding back.
Oh, I love it. It's actually funny because I was going to ask you to do. I was actually going to ask you to do a video to like, yo, this week on NFA. So that works perfect for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
you saved that. I mean, this is going to stay throughout the episode, but I am going to clip that for a TikTok.
Yeah. Edit it, throw some music behind it, and boom.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to put your actual song to it. So.
Oh, that's lit. Yeah, let's go.
As long as I'm given permission rights from the person who does it.
I don't give a shit. You can use the song while you're taking a shit. You're built there. It is built different. I don't care.
My shits are built different. I will tell you that.
I don't care. Let's go.
You're so
I don't
gross.
care. You can listen. When you got your wife bent over doggy style, just be, I'm built different, built different, built different. It's okay.
And then he just gets donkey kicked right in the head.
Just don't call her a different name, and just make sure it's called the
Angry Dolphin. The Angry Dolphin.
Yeah, there it goes. You know what I'm talking about. Angry
I'll
Dolphin.
get so mad.
See, like I said, watching that show, I was like, I knew I would vibe with you well because I'm very similar, just less aggressive. Because I'm a small dude. I'm 5'8" also, but I'm not built differently like that.
He said he was 5'9", sir.
I'm a cool person to be around, and I love people. You know, like I'm a people person. My wife says, "How can you make friends so fast?" I like people. I'm a cool person. It's just when I meet people, I'll treat you with respect, and I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself.
Exactly.
You know, I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself, and just know that when you think I'm not looking or paying attention, I'm actually really looking and paying attention. So I got a saying with that: listen with your eyes, and look with your ears. So
I like that.
And I look with my ears. My ears are paying attention, and that's why I say I look. Like I'm not looking at you, but my ears are looking at you.
So I've actually been in car sales for about 10 years now, and that's actually the fun thing that like we don't pay attention to what you're wearing or anything. Like we just we listen to everything you're saying because you're gonna tell us every detail whether you want to or not, and it's gonna be word vomit, and that happens.
Yeah.
That being said, you're given a wish from a genie. And you're able to turn into any inanimate object at any point in time. Like you can just be like, I'm in a bad situation. Boom, inanimate object. What are you picking?
Fire hydrant.
So you can get peed on every day by dogs?
You're gonna get peed on.
No.
You're gonna get that R. Kelly treatment.
He said if you're like getting in trouble, like
I mean, I'm saying like at any point in time, you can just turn into it like that. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta make you think now. Don't you say dildo?
Hold on. So whatever object he picks, does he get the like if he said fire hydrant, does he get the ability like to just disperse water whenever? Like
nope, he's just a prop. You're just turning into the prop.
A bra.
A bra? Fair enough. That's fair.
I actually like that. I was gonna say like
support the
vape
tatas
or a water bottle.
Support the tatas.
Support the tatas.
Yeah, that was a good question.
See, I thought about it myself, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'd be. I'd probably turn myself into like a paperclip because then like I'm just not gonna fucking find me ever. I'm just gonna disappear. Yeah. Now, obviously, you spend time in prison. You've done 60 days in. What's the best advice you can give somebody who's facing a charge right now and like they're going to be going to jail, or somebody who's actually in prison, like who's just having a tough time that somehow can stumble upon a mediocre but semi-professional podcast?
Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And while you're
That's a great shirt.
Tough times don't last. Yeah, tough times don't last. Tough people do. And just know that when you go to prison, or if you're in prison, stay away from the gang affiliations. Mind your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? The less you talk, the less bullshit you're in. You know what I mean? And just save your commissary for like the first 2 months, and then just build a store. So that way you're taking stress off your family. So that way you can hustle and get your own store and less money out of their pockets.
Fair enough. That's actually really good advice. God damn. You should get fuck boxing. Go motivational speaking. I'm telling you. That's a good one to go. If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
If animals can talk, which one? Monkeys.
Yeah, you right. You right.
And the
They
word
literally throw shit at you.
Specifically-
Like monkeys are assholes.
Specifically, baboons.
Yes.
oh, with them red
Oh.
asses, yeah.
Yeah, and they're just assholes.
I feel like pigeons talk a lot of shit.
I don't know. I feel like Chihuahuas do.
Probably. Chihuahuas don't have anything else but their voice. Like they just.
I think for me it would be monkeys, because monkeys are the ones that baboons especially, like, they just don't give a shit. They'll attack you, and I can just imagine a baboon attacking you, talking shit like, "You give me my," and they start. Yeah.
That's
So,
actually a good one.
You said that you and Darius went to down there in Tampa. You guys just got out of a Comic-Con just recently, right?
Out in Wilmington, North Carolina, just yesterday.
Okay, so and you said it was a Comic-Con though, right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming like both of you are into like the whole like nerd persona and like comics and stuff like that, or and all that. So my question is if you could live in a superhero world, which universe would you live in, and which superhero would you take up on?
It would be the Marvels.
Okay.
Marvels. It would have to be Iron Man.
Okay.
Why?
Iron Man's the shit. What do you mean?
Okay, that wasn't meant to come off as rude. I was just curious, like,
smart.
why is Iron Man your choice?
But it's for my son. It will always be the Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Okay, I can respect Demon Slayer.
Yeah, but it would be Iron Man, because Iron Man is just the shit. He's Iron Man. Come on, everybody wants to be Iron Man.
I have a hold on. Where's my back there? I have Tony Stark's heart from Endgame.
Nice.
So you can't see behind me, but I got a whole Spider-Man fucking setup over here. I got Spider-Man and Wu-Tang tattooed on me. Like I'm a Spider-Man. I'm a Spider-Man nut. That's me.
So you ready for the new Venom?
Yes.
So
so
the Sony Venom is I'm not a big fan of. I don't like it. The only
Why?
thing I like about Sony when they do with Spider-Man is that Spider-Verse shit.
It's Venom versus Spider-Man.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, it's not confirmed yet.
It's happening.
At some point, yeah. If Kevin Feige can get control of it, yes. But if Sony's in control of it, no, they're gonna fuck it up.
We grew up on Venom versus Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I got like literally on my tattoo. I can't show it, but I literally have Venom tattooed on me right there. God damn it, I can't fucking twist my wrist far enough. Whatever. I have Venom versus Spider-Man with the Wu-Tang symbol tattooed on me right now. So I get it. I'm excited for that. Like I literally have the black suit Spider-Man right there with the Venom suit. So yes, I know what's gonna happen, but the MCU needs to take over it, not the Sony shit, not with Tom Hardy, because that was not good. That was terrible.
But it can happen in the MCU because, as we saw in No Way Home, that little drop of symbiote was left from
Venom
when he got taken back. Yeah, from Venom. So whatever universe that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in, is that symbiote is still there. They haven't touched back on it yet.
It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it'll happen because they're leading up to Secret Wars, and the black suit's gonna get debuted at some point, sometime.
I feel like it's gonna be
happen.
Miles that's gonna be the black suit because there's such a push for Miles right now.
Yeah, but I'm be honest with you, I don't like the fact of putting the black suit symbiote.
We're gonna get way
with
too nerdy
Miles.
right now. We're gonna hold off on that because that's gonna be
Yeah, that's
You said, can
This
we
is
see
a
you?
whole other
We
conversation.
cannot see you right now. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay, give me a second. There you go.
There we
So, with that being said, if you were arrested again, what would be the headline?
Former A&E 60 Days in star Carlos arrested for
Shoving a Nokia in his
pissing on a
ass.
public. No, fuck you.
You set me up
Good
for that,
one,
bro.
bring it
You
up.
set me up for it. I had to.
Let's run with this. Arrested for possession of pills.
Fair enough.
Might as well stick with the original story, right?
Might as well,
Yeah.
right? They barely painted the headline, so might as well just roll with it. So what's next? I mean, obviously you're doing boxing. I know you're still driving trucks and stuff like that. You have to have a full-time job, but obviously you're live all the time. You're pushing to be an influencer. What are you trying to push Pat, you know, I don't know if you're trying to do anything more besides this, or if you're trying to get into, like, I've had guests before that were like, oh, we're trying to get into acting from being a content creator or stuff like that. What do you kind of got in works besides that?
I'm really like, I'm just myself. You know what I mean? And one thing about me is like, when you're authentic, you get you get attention, but you don't. When you're a clown, everybody's gonna look at you and they're gonna follow you and all that. So I try to be authentic as I can, you know what I mean, and be like, hey, like this is the real me. Like I'm not gonna put on the front. I'm not gonna sit here and do shit just to. I'm not gonna do a TikTok dance or do something goofy just so you can get your attention. You know what I'm saying? So authenticity for me is 100%.
That little dance you did in the beginning. I'm 100% putting that on TikTok. Just so you know.
Oh, that's fine. But authenticity, for me is it's very rare to find authenticity nowadays, especially with social media. So I like to be myself, and I have a couple things in. I got the boxing. I'm actually trying to network and get on the show Power with 50.
I respect that.
I just did some networking yesterday at the Comic-Con with one of the females that were there. She actually just did a zombie movie with Suge Knight, the guy that played Suge Knight in All Eyes on Me, Tupac.
That's dope.
So she wants to know me and get me plugged in on some urban hood novels and movies, being, the Spanish gangster or something like that, whatever they want me to do.
Yeah, like like Machete, who's just always just the Mexican thug.
Matter of fact, not Machete. Let's go with Empire with Johnny Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo, yes.
The movie Empire, the movie Empire with Johnny Leguizamo.
I remember that.
Like that's like Carlito's Way and all that. You know what I mean?
Damn, talking about a throwback. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I'm currently talking to you guys. There's a possibility you might see me on the TV show again, and it's possibly going to be. I'm possibly going to be naked.
You said naked?
Yeah, naked.
So Pornhub. That's the and like underline. You're just saying you're going straight to Pornhub.
He said, "I just got out of prison. I'm going straight to Pornhub."
No,
you have an OnlyFans. You have an OnlyFans.
I had one.
Knew it. Fucking knew it.
Well, he posted it. So you guys didn't know this. I've been following him for it's been a minute. He posted that shit right on fucking Instagram and fucking TikTok, and I was like, yeah, I'm not signing up for that. I'm not.
I got people hitting me up now. Can I get a picture of you and your wife? No. No,
thank
people hit me up today. Are you gonna start your OnlyFans back? No, I'm done. I got too much to be doing that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, because like you don't want to be, typecasted into a certain type of demographic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, down.
Exactly. I get why you did it in the first place, because of course, everyone thinks like, if we just did it for like a month, make some money real quick, it's fast, and then like, but do I really want that? So I get
it was good money though.
That's what I'm saying. I know, like that
was good money.
That Feet Finder shit, that shit pays. I know it do. That's what I'm saying. Like I was about to shave my feet, polish them bitches up, start taking some pictures with them.
It was good money, definitely.
But man, so we are at about an hour and a half. I know you got to be up early, so I'm going to respect your time. I appreciate you so much for coming on the show. This has been fun. I would love to do this again, because I still have like fucking 15, 20 questions. Actually, I'm going to hit you with one final weird one. One final weird one.
Right. Let's do it.
Would you rather have no nose, but really good smelling fingers, or you can't see out of your eyes, you're blind, but your knees can see great for you?
That's fucked up.
I should preface, I smoke copious amounts of marijuana, and I just come up with this stuff.
I'm going to say no nose, fingers.
No nose with smelling fingers.
Oh, okay. But no, because then when you're wiping your ass, you smell your shit, dude.
But what if you have a bidet?
Yeah, the bidet's
that
a cheat
would solve
code.
the problem. Yep. The cheat code is the bidet.
I'm gonna tell you this right now: wiping your ass, and you're telling me, out of your 32 years of life, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29 years of life.
32.
32 years of life. You're telling me that there was no point in your life from the moment you were born to 30 something years of life or 29 years of life that you wiped your ass and didn't get shit on your fingers?
Oh, 100%. Dude, I have claw nails. That shit gets under there all the time. Like
so happy fingers and all that shit. Listen.
But that your nose is right in the shit though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's different
No
though.
pun
Like
intended.
I don't wipe my ass and then like get a little dookie on me and then go sniff it. Like
it's like living on a farm. You get used to smelling the cow shit. You know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough. Babe, you lived on the pasture, so
yeah,
you're gonna get used to it.
We have such a strange demographic on our show because like I'm a Bronx kid. She grew up in a cult on a farm. You stop that.
You're from the Bronx, but you're
born and raised in the Bronx. It's true.
No, you're not. You moved out when you was 13.
I was forced. I wasn't allowed to stay. I wanted to stay.
I'm from the Bronx, and I'm from the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx.
Oh, so see, like we're probably cousins. I'm brown, you're brown. You got a beard, I got a beard. We're cousins.
Yeah, all Spanish people look together.
I know, and I just look Spanish, so I'll just take it.
I only think I still got my head full of hair.
Oh no, I have a perfect hairline. I do. My hairline is still perfect. I just choose to shave my head bald because I'm lazy. That's really all it is.
Respect.
But nah, man, seriously, thank you for coming on the show. We got to do this again. This was a lot of fucking fun. We're gonna talk to you about that sponsorship though. I want to see NFA or my logo on the shorts. I'll pay for that shit.
We're gonna talk. Matter of fact, send me an inbox after this, or I'll call you after this, and we'll talk real quick. Yes. We'll talk real quick because right now, if you're gonna do it, now's the time because I have to actually send it to my shorts are being made.
I figured that.
Oh, okay.
My shorts are being custom made right now. Like I already got one pair upstairs for next week, and then these shorts that I'm getting, they're being custom made. They're gonna be gold, purple, and white.
Why you gotta do the tassels? I thought you had tassels on your thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why you gotta do the tassels? Okay, I was gonna say, I was hoping that wasn't a your choice kind of thing, because I'm like, that doesn't fit him. That doesn't fit his swagger at all.
Nah, I hate him. The ones that I got coming up are nice, but if we'll talk after this, because if you're gonna pull the trigger on the logos, now it's the time.
All right, well, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up for that for sure.
Get the logos, everybody. I got 2 logos so far, but as it gets closer and the shorts are being made, I got a time frame to send them in, and then if you want your logo front and center, you have to get it to me now, because the more people go, the more like you might be somewhere where you won't see the logo. You know
Not
what I
to
mean?
sound weird, but how much I gotta pay to put the logo right on your dick?
Right there. Right on the wiener.
It's right on the dick. Boom. Big circle. NFAPod.
You just want it right there.
NFAPod right on the dick. Boom. $0. You do it for free. Let's do it. Right on the dick. 3.
No, that's a 3.
I saw. Listen, the camera cut off. I saw this. I saw just the circle. That's all I saw.
3 G's, babe. 3 G's.
We're going.
No, not G's.
300.
Oh, that's what I interpreted.
No, 300.
I'll Venmo that shit right now.
300. So if whatever logos you want me to do, you just gotta send me. You gotta send me a picture of it with the Cash App, because the moment it hits me, I send money to the people that's doing the shorts, and I'll be like, this has to go here, and they'll ask me, where do you want it? So if you want it in that location, you have to tell me now and send it like a actual size of it that you want, and then they'll transfer it and they'll put it on the cloth and make it into my shorts.
Perfect. I'll 100% send that to you.
We'll talk.
One final thing, because I know you're a New Yorker and you live in Tampa now. Yankees or Rays?
Neither.
Oh, you're not a baseball guy? You let me down. That's the one time. That's the first time you let me down.
I would like to see. I like watching baseball in person, but I can't watch that shit. Me and my wife watch boxing and MMA.
Fair enough. All right. So the next time we get you on the show, we're gonna see you either in the UFC or you're gonna be in WWE wrestling Logan Paul at WrestleMania.
The next time show is that you guys are gonna pay the vendor fee, and you guys are actually gonna do your show live at the arena.
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm gonna look into this. We gotta get the bread. We gotta get the bread going. But
we'll talk. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you my number and we'll talk. Call me tomorrow and we'll talk.
Absolutely, brother. But again, thank you for coming on the show, guys. Say thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to get to know you and hear more about your side.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you guys later. And everybody have a great night. And don't forget to share this. Share.
That's NFAPod, y'all. I'm out. Adios.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Nick, say goodbye. Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit, bye.